Hello guys, welcome back to the channel where trading is made easy with high level of clarity. In this video today, we are not only going to have our bias, rather I will be showing you one of the most powerful strategies during London session that you can use to make a lot of money in forex trading. And I have some pairs that I'll be also doing top-down analysis to give you bias on what to expect. So stay with us to the end of this video, because at the end of this video, you will get more opportunity and know how to maximize your chance of winning in this new trading week. Today we are starting with GBPUSD, and if you have been following us for some time, you will remember that I spoke about GBPUSD when it was here, explain all the reasons why we should be expecting this to be cleared out. And market did exactly that. And when the market was at this particular place, I spoke about it when the market was there, and I explain all the reasons why we should be expecting this market to clear this low before we see any other move to the upside. And that's exactly what the market has done. If you are position trader, you must be in a very massive profit now. Then why did we say that this had to be cleared and market did that? Whenever you are trading, then you have equal highs and equal lows. It serves as magnet for the market to come and clear, because the market knows that so many people are putting their stop loss here and so many people put their stop loss below here. So market will always come for that liquidity in order to get more strength to continue to the right direction. So always have this in mind. Let's proceed. Now, before we go to the London session strategy, right? Now, I have said this time without number, if you have been on this channel for some time, when we talk about market structure, you have to understand that, right? Now, whenever you see market moving to the downside, right? And remember, whenever market is creating series of lower lows and lower highs, you start looking for more continuation to the downside. But on lower time frame, this is daily time frame. Now, on 4 hours, we are going to be seeing something like this before each break, because this right now has given us a very good break of structure. And in this situation, after each break of structure, what happens? Markets always go to take out all the internal liquidity coming to order block before continuation to the downside. This is where some people actually get it wrong, because whenever markets start coming to this particular place, they say that the market has reversed, and they start targeting the upside for their take profit or more continuation. But once market comes to this particular place, it what continues. I want you to take your time and study market structure and understand the movement of the market before approaching live trading. So having said that, let's proceed. Now, from what I've explained now, what are we expecting here? We are expecting this market right now to come and clear all this internal structure here, coming to this fair value gap or order block before we start seeing more continuation to the downside. Now, let me quickly say this, right? Now, on daily time frame now, we can see that all these higher highs created here did not sweep any liquidity on higher time frame, on this daily time frame. So that's what gives us more confluence why the market has to come for it. The only high that swept a liquidity is this. So this happens to be our strong high that we are looking at now for market to come before more continuation to the downside. Despite this movement took out some liquidity on lower time frame. Let's go to 4 hours. As you can see right now, it took out some liquidity, internal liquidity on 4 hours. But in this situation right now, we can only consider this if we actually make an analysis with 4 hours. Because when you look at this right now, after each break, okay, let's start from here. After this break to the downside, right, the market came back, took out this liquidity, right? The same thing after this break here, market came back, took out this liquidity, sorry, this, this, and this. Then coming to this particular place before continuation to the downside. So I want you to understand market structure that way. And when we look at this right now, the market has also broken this 4 hours structure. So what do you expect? We expect this high, this high, this high to be taken out before we start looking for any other thing from here, or we start looking for it from the up there, depending what the market is going to give us, because the market is reactive and not predictive. So since we have this in mind, what do? We now expect more continuation to the upside, despite the all-time despite the market is in bearish trend, but right now I think we are going to see some bullish movement before we talk about that. And considering the fact that our dollar index is now very weak, I talked about dollar is very weak. I talked about this during my analysis on Wednesday, explaining all the reasons why we should expect some sell, because our dollar index has approached a high level of resistance. Despite it has taken it out, but we are going to still we are still going to expect more bullish continuation, but we are coming to that. So let's go back to our GBP USD. So since we are expecting market to continue the move to the upside, so what do? We now expect more continuation to the upside. Now let's talk about the London session strategy, right? I would want you to pay maximum attention, because this can triple your account in a month or in 6 months, right? Depending your system of trading. Now, if you still remember, I talked about this on Wednesday when the market was still at this particular place. I explained all the reasons why we should still see more bullish continuation. Why? Let's go to 15 minutes. When we get to 15 minutes, we can see that the market structure defined itself. Now, if you have been on this channel for some time, I have always said this: whenever you see market moving to the upside and market created low, that the low created a new high without this low sweeping any liquidity, market always come to take out that low before continuation to the upside. And when you look at this now, this is exactly what happened at this particular place, and I covered this during the week during Wednesday top-down analysis. When you look at this market was creating series of lower lows and lower highs, and all of a sudden we started seeing what more higher highs and higher low, which is what we call inversion of trend. So when you see something like this, what do? You continue taking the market to the upside. Now this market broke this structure, not only going above it, but we saw a candle close just above it. So, and I covered this, explained all the reasons why we should consider this as a break of structure. Now, after this break, what happened? My market created this low and moved away to the upside. So after that, what did we see? Now we saw market coming back to this other block on 5 minutes, which we are not going to visit, and the market continue moving to the upside. When I did my top-down analysis and market bias on Wednesday, the market was still at this particular place. I explained all the reasons why we are not going to take market any action here, because of the time that we saw this chart pattern or this price action. So, and I explained all the reasons why we should be expecting more bullish movement to the upside if the market eventually comes above this, which means this is now a new high rated and printed. So having said all this right now, we already know what we are expecting in the market. We're expecting more bullish price action because market is now creating series of higher highs and higher lows. Now let's talk about the London section strategy. Now, let me quickly say this. Whenever there is Asian session, right, the market has guarantee of 90% to range during Asian section on any European currency pair, right? Now, let me put it like this. Okay, let's identify this. Now, this is the start of the Asian session, right? And this is the end of Asian section here, right? Now, this is the low created during Asian section. Now, this thing that I'm showing you right now happens at least 3 times in a week. if not 5 times in a week. It happens 3 times in a week, right? If you can master this, you will maximize your chance of winning. This is something that I only teach in my private groups, but I'm just giving it out for free because I have a wonderful YouTube viewers here. So now, since this market is ranging, after each Asian section, expect a break of that range during London session. Immediately market is opening or 1 hour after market must have opened. Now, let me give this analogy, right? If if you're on bullish movement, right? And during Asian section, you started seeing range. Definitely you will always see it, right? Then immediately London section is opening. You will see a little break above, right? Then for people to enter, push their stop loss below here. Then the next thing you are going to see, you will see the market taking this low out. After Asian section, during London section, the market will take out the high, take out the low before the actual continuation comes. And when this thing is happening, always identify fair value gap or order block below that the market is going to come to. So after we told you people this, that we should be expecting more buy continuation if this is broken, then what happened? During Asian session, we started seeing this what range. You can go as low as 5 minutes, but you're not going to go there to identify these things that I'm talking. In fact, let's go there. Okay. So let's look at it. You will always see this range, right? As you can see, this is the starting here, and this happened to be the ending here. And what happened? The market broke out and came back. Where did that market come? The market came to this 15 minutes order block. It came to this 15 minutes order block, right? And what happened? It continued moving to the upside. So let's quickly delete this and let's delete this. It started moving to the upside, right? Now, where is that order block? Look at the order block there. Remember, order block with fair value gap is always very strong in the market. What happened? Market did this here and continued moving to the upside, giving us this wonderful 6-to-1 risk reward trade that we caught on Thursday, right? Our stop loss came just below this low, and we took it to a high that we are not going to be identifying now, to this particular place. I think, look at it, to this order block. To this other block that we saw there. So I want you to know this always happen. Now let's delete this. Let's look at another example before I give you what to expect on GBPUSD, because it's better you know these things, right? So that you can actually be using it to maximize your chance of winning. Now let's look at what's happened at this particular place again. Now this happened to be the end of trading section for Thursday. And what was it called again? Asian session started here. This happened to be where it started. Then this happened to be the high created. Let's go to 5 minutes. This happened to be the high created, right? This happened to be the high created. Then the Asian section lasted to this particular place. This happened to be now the low it's created. Yes, the last low it's created. So if we are watching this right now, this happened to be what our Asian section, what market session. What happened? The markets took it out, right? First of all, look at that fake move to the upside, so that so many people will put their stop loss below here, because this now is a break of structure, right? Right? It will now break a structure at the upside. Look at it there, right? Broke to the upside, now still came down. If you had used this what is it called, order block on 5 minutes, you will still get the trade, but we didn't use this order block on 5 minutes. We used the one of 1 hour. I think so, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Yes, we used the one of 1 hour because it was more clear out. Let me check 30 minutes. I think that should be 1 hour because it was more clear there. Look at it there. Because of what? This fair value gap here. So what happened? The market now ended up giving us, but we didn't enter aggressively here. We waited for that change of trend on lower time frame because the market went from creating series of lower lows and lower highs to now started creating these higher highs and what? Higher lows here. As you can see, we saw that higher high here. Then markets ended up what? Taking out this high here. Then we waited for that retest. Then we took it from this other block, all right? As you can see, put our stop loss just below this because we saw another order block here. We just put it just below this and targeted the what? The upside that gave us that 3-to-1 risk reward. I think that should be around this particular place. So this is how it flows, right? I'm just giving this out for free. You can use it, master it. You will be very, very profitable in the market. So that one is by the way. So let's proceed with what we have today. So let me quickly say this. If you have not subscribed, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like, share, and comment. Your comment is what motivates us. Your like is what motivates us to be doing these quality free educational videos for you. So just remember to like, comment, and share. If you have not subscribed, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that whenever we upload any video, you'll be the first to get notification to come and see what we have for you. So having said that, let's proceed. So what are we expecting now? We already know, let's quickly delete this. We already know that we're expecting more bullish continuation, right? So what are we going to do now? We look for more bullish opportunity. And when you look at it right now, let's go to daily. Let's start from it because I think we have some certain things on daily. Now, when you look at it, we can discover that we have a very good fair value gap here. But I'm not sure that the market is gonna be coming back to it. But let's go to 4 hours. Okay. Okay, now I want you to observe something, right? When you look at this, we discover that the market is actually closing each gap, right? Not leaving any gap behind. Let's go to 1 hour and check also. Then when you look at it now, there is no gap left behind. This has been cleared. This particular one has been covered, right? And this fair value gap has been covered also. This fair value gap covered also. So the market is not leaving any gap behind. So that shows that we should be expecting more bullish continuation. So let's go back to 4 hours. Now on 4 hours, this is the only fair value gap that we have now, right? So let's drop down to 1 hour. Okay. This, when you look at it also, this other block covered, right? Then this other block also filled. Then the only one we also have right now is still aligning with this one we have here. And it is also working with previous resistance on to what? Support. So let's have this in mind and move down to lower time frame, right? Let's go to 30 minutes to see. Okay, this other block filled also, right? And this one also filled. So we don't have any valid order block here. So the only order block we have valid now is the one we are seeing at this particular place that has fair value gap. We are seeing another fair value gap here. So okay, first of all, sorry, let's go back to 4 hours. Let's see something. Remember, we have, okay, let's do it like this. Let's leave it like this so that we'll not be more confused on lower time frame. Let's go to 15 minutes. So everything is still lining up with what we have here. So, and when you look at this now, we can see that we now have this break of structure to the upside, right? And this break of structure now happened at this particular place. And okay, so let's delete this now. We can actually identify things fine. Now we are going to give this a valid break of structure. Why are we giving it a valid break of structure? Because we can actually see that, let's see, we can actually see that the market is going massively to the upside, and this had already taken a liquidity here on lower time frame, which we are not going to be going to, which is on 5 minutes. So let's proceed with what we have. Now, after this break of structure, the market went and it has created lower low here. Let's go to 5 minutes. Looks like we are going to get it more fine on 5 minutes. So we now have a low here, and that fair value gap now is at this particular what place, very, very much active. So we are expecting this low to be taken out before we expect anything. And if this low is taken out, then we should be expecting these markets at this particular place or this particular place, because we have a very good fair value gap at this particular what place. Remember, all these places lining up with what's it called, fair value gap that we saw in 4 hours. So we should have these two things in mind. And no, let's see. Okay, so if this market eventually goes to this upside, right, then we should expecting this place to hold more further to the upside. But if this market decide to come down immediately, I think that place might not be holding. We should be looking for that opportunity at this particular what place. So let's see what we are going to be looking for. Now, I think my first entry will be from this particular place, just above below my stop loss below this. Then I will target this high. Remember, 3-to-1 risk reward is more than okay for you in the market. Don't be greedy in the market, right? Then my second entry will be coming at this particular what place, my stop loss just below this, and I'll be targeting here my first take profit, 3-to-1 risk reward, which is going to be meeting this support level that might turn to resistance, or you target this high because we're expecting this high to be cleared. Why? Because this market is already in what bullish movement, creating higher highs and higher lows. So this on GBPUSD, this is what my bias. And let's quickly go to daily. Let me check something. Now, remember, on daily, we have open gap here that we don't know if market will come to, because in trading is reactive and not predictive. So if the market decides to take out this low on these 4 hours, then I think on Mondays they will still be telling you what to do. So just have this low in mind. Just consider it as a very good zone also, because it has a very good fair value gap on daily. So have this in mind. But in generally, this is my view on GBP USD. So I have another opportunity on EURUSD. You know, EURUSD and GBPUSD has similar character and similar movements, but on EURUSD, things are more clarified here. Now, when you look at this, you will discover that this market, let me just quickly explain this so that you'll understand better if you are new in this channel. When you look at this, right, you will discover that this market is still in a very bullish movement. Why? Now, when you look at this, we discover that this low created this high, right? And sorry, this, where is it? Okay, this low created this high, right? After the movement started from here, and this low created this break of structure at this particular place, valid break of structure, and the market gave us this low that created this fake break of structure. And we all know that whenever a low is creates a high without that low sweeping liquidity, market always come for it. And the market came down, taking it out, giving us this that swept this liquidity as sorry, what did I do? As a what? As a valid break, as a very valid strong low. Now this low created this what? Break to the upside, giving us this valid break of structure. And whenever we have external break of structure, it will now use all the internal structures as what? Liquidity. And that's exactly what Euro USD has done, coming to this particular fair value gap, reacting from that particular what? Place. Despite we were expecting this market to come at least down to this other block, but it didn't get to that particular place. Then the market is now giving us more continuation today upside. And considering the fact that this low swept liquidity and this is a very strong low, and market had already taken out all the internal structure, so we should still expect more bullish what? Price action. Now, and when you look at it on daily, we don't have any valid order block here, because all the valid order block here, bearish order block here, all has been what? Tested, right? All has been tested and filled with a candle, So in this situation right now, what do? We're expecting more bullish movement today upside. And from the behavior of the market, I've already told us when we go to 4 hours, you will discover that each break of structure, right, it always take all the internal structures before continuation, just like it did on GBPUSD, right? It took all internal structure before moving to the downside. And when you look at this right now, where is the last low, her last high before this break? This is it, right? So we are expecting market to take out this high before this break, because this was the last high before this break and market took it out. So this is the one we are expecting the market to what? Take out before any other thing. And if this market will continue moving to the downside, then we should be expecting it to come at least to this particular place, taking out this high very, very what? Well, because looking at this now, we can see that what is happening there is not properly what? Defined. And considering that it has taken out this, definitely it will take out a high that pushed this break to the downside. So having said that, let's proceed. Now, what are we expecting on Euro USD? On Euro USD now, let's go to lower time frame. On Euro USD, as you can see, the market is still buying to the upside. Then unlike GBP USD, right? So let's delete this so that our chart will be more clear. Unlike GBP USD, this market left this fair value gap here, right? One. Then it has another one on my 4 hours, this now, right? So this is a very good price action and opportunity to win. So let's go to 1 hour. When you look at it, you will see that visible what's it called again? Other fair value gaps. Then here, all these ones covered. Then all these ones covered. This is the only one left untouched. So let's analyze. Now, since we have this now, what do? We should be expecting this market to start buying from here, or we expect it to take out this and come to this particular what place, sorry, to come back to this particular place before we see that continuation today upside. Because remember, we are expecting this market to at least come to this particular place before any other thing, right? So we should be expecting that more bullish price action. So let's go to 1 hour. Now on 1 hour, let's see. On 1 hour, okay, let's go to 15 minutes. On 1 hour, let's still adjust, though that fair value gap is still there, as you can see, very, very much visible there. So we should not neglect that. But my challenge now, or my problem now, is this, right? Now, this is what created this, the low took out this high, right? And this high created this low. So we should be expecting this low to be taken out, right? And considering what we are seeing at this particular place, if we go to 4 hours and take our Fibonacci level from here to this particular place, that place also aligns with our what? Discount level. Sorry. Why is it giving us something else? Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry, just a minute. Okay. Now, yes, that place aligns with our what? Discount level. So we should have in mind that we should be expecting this low to be taken out unless this market is going to create a very good liquidity here, which I'm seeing already here. Okay, this is another low. Okay, now okay, this is interesting now. Okay, this low is already taken out also. Okay, nice one. Okay, we should be expecting this market to react heavily from this particular place, right? Now, since we already have a retracement here, let's go to 5 minutes. Yes, since we have a low here, and this is a valid pullback because it has my 3 formation candle. So, we should be expecting this market to come here and change trend. Please always wait for change of trend, right? Wait for change of trend before you start doing anything. So I'll be looking for that buy opportunity at this particular place. After this low must has been taken out, I will now wait for that change of trend and take it from here. Okay, this should be it. 3-to-1 risk reward is more than okay for you. Then let's go to my 1 hour. Let's see everything. Or I look for that opportunity at this particular place. Let's adjust. Let's see on 4 hours. That's a fair value gap. So let me see on 30 minutes. This is not properly defined. So but if the market breaks this, right, this is only valid entry that I'm seeing now. I can't really talk about this because it's not properly defined, right? So if the market decide to come to this fair value gap, you could equally look for more opportunity here though, but always wait for change of trend because trading is reactive and not predictive. So let's target that low that is serving as other block. Then we can now take it to the upside. So always wait for that change of trend. These are my views or my point of views on EURUSD, and I have another good setup on um GBPUSD, but I'm not going to be talking about it now. Sorry, USDJPY. Sorry. Now on USDJPY, I think let's analyze it a little. Remember on USDJPY, there is a gap that we are waiting for the market to close, right? It's yet to come to it. And considering the fact that we expect, despite this market is in a very strong resistance that is now turning to support, right? But from what our DSY is showing us, our dollar index, it shows that USD will be little weak, at least coming to this particular place because let's see on 4 hours, coming to this particular place because it has this very good fair value gap there before we start looking for more continuation to the downside because it's even creating lower lows and lower highs here. So we should be expecting USDJPY to be little what? Weak. And considering that after this break of structure, right? Let's delete this. After this external break of structure with this, then the market created a low before that break. And whenever we are trading and before any break of structure, market created low without this low taking out any liquidity, market always come back to it before continuation. when you look at it, this is the low. The market, this low did not take it out. So we should still expect more bearish price action, but you have to be careful because what's it called? USD is weak now, and JPY is kind of little weak against USD. So you got to be a little careful. But for now, the market is still creating lower lows and lower highs, as you can see on 1 hour. So you can actually maximize that opportunity and be looking for sell opportunity at this particular place. Why? Because this market has created this break of structure, right? And after taking out this internal structure, liquidity, market sold to this particular place. And why that market was going down, right? It created, let's delete this. It created this high, internal high here that we should be expecting the market to clear. And on 4 hours, let's see. On 4 hours, let's delete that. Yes, on 4 hours, we have that other block there. And that other block is the one with that fair value gap. So we should be expecting that market to come to this particular place. Then you can look for more sell opportunity to the downside. We are going to be please wait for change of trend because this stop loss is huge, right? 3-to-1 risk reward is more than okay for you, but please wait for change of trend. This stop loss is very huge. And why am I treating here as one? Because we have that accumulation here. This will serve as magnet for market to take it out before any continuation to the downside. Because when you get to 4 hours, you will also see that what this is actually a zone, not only order block. This is a zone. So you have to treat them as what? One. So on USDJPY, I should be looking for this. Remember, for some weeks now, we were expecting the USDJPY to come and close this gap because this gap is abnormal in the market. Whenever you see this gap, markets tend to come and close it before any other thing. But on USDJPY, USD was very, very strong last month and I think early this month. So it refused closing it, but GBPUSD, GBPJPY, right, has closed its own. So we are expecting, look at it, right? We are expecting this USDJPY to come and close its own, just like GBPJPY has done. But USDJPY is still kind of very dull. But we are still expecting this gap to be closed. So if we are going to see that more continuation to the downside, we should be expecting some bearish price action. So on USDJPY, I think I'll be looking at something like what? This. So this is what I'm expecting on USDJPY. But remember, trading is reactive and not predictive. Always wait for change of trend. So lastly, on BTC, I've been making kind of promises that BTC will be covered for some weeks now. So finally, we are looking at it today. Now, what are we expecting here? Now, we already have a change of character here. Why? This is a valid break of structure because this low took out what? This liquidity and it has broken to the upside. And the market came down, created this before this break of structure, right? But this is what's it called? Fake break of structure. The market came out, right? Took it out and created this what? Good break of structure. What we never wanted to see was market going below this, but market has gone below it. So we should be expecting more bearish what movements. As a matter of fact, we could even be seeing BTC going more below if eventually it breaks this strong low. Remember, this is a very strong low that swept liquidity. So far market is still above it. That means we are still what? Bullish. But what we are seeing here right now is giving us a very powerful confluence that we could be expecting more bearish what? Continuation, because this one swept this liquidity, created higher high. This one swept liquidity, created higher high, but the market must have gone has gone below it. So we should be expecting more bearish what? Price action. So let's drop down to 4 hours. Now on 4 hours right now, or let me clear some of this has been on 4 hours right now, this structure has been broken. Why? Now we had that break of structure, market went to take out all the internal structures, and this turned to be our very strong high. Now this is our strong high here. This is our very strong high here. Let's mark it. Why? Because it took out all this liquidity before creating another break of structure. And as we are looking at this right now, what are we expecting? Remember, after break of structure, market always come back to take out all the internal structure before moving to the downside. So where are you seeing order block now? We are seeing two valid order block here. We are seeing one here, and the other one, we are seeing it what at this particular place. So we are not going to be taking this one into account. Why? Because this is the last high created before this break of structure, right? Or even if we are going to be using this one as the break of structure, you can still see that, right? That this is the last high created before this break of structure. So what are we expecting? We are expecting market to come to this particular place before any continuation to the downside. So in this coming week, if we are going to be looking for more opportunity, unless liquidity is created here, because I'm also seeing a very good valid order block here, but in my own strategy and in our own system, internal structure, at least one has to be cleared, right? This high here now did not create any lower low, else would have been considering it to be taken out only it. But in this situation right now, what are we expecting? We are expecting it to be what? Cleared. And considering that our law is we don't trade against the trend, despite the market is now trying to be creating higher highs and higher lows, because when you look at it, it's creating higher highs now, as you can see, right? So what do? You start looking for more continuation to the upside. Reason, because we're expecting this market to take out at least one internal structure. So having said that, let's move down to lower time frame. On lower time frame right now, as you can see, this high swept this liquidity here, internal liquidity, right? And the market must have gone above it, has gone above it and closed even above this high. So the market is now in a very bullish movement. At least we should be expecting the market to come here to close this gap here. So since we have this in play now, what do we expect? Now, when we go further to lower time frame, you will discover that this market was creating series of lower lows and lower highs, but right now creating higher highs and higher lows. Now, the last high that we are seeing here, right, happened to be this high. This high here swept this internal liquidity here, right? It swept this liquidity that created this lower low here. That high that created that lower low there, the market has gone above it now. So this is now giving us what? A very good change of trend. Now, when you look at it now, what are we expecting? Now, on these 15 minutes, you can see that we have a very good fair value gap. And after this break of structure, what are we seeing? Then we are seeing this low now created, but we are still going to see what the market is going to do here. But apart from that, this low again was created before this break of structure. And when you look at that below that low, we have a very good order block. Let's go to 1 hour to see. Yes, we have a very good order block there. Okay, we are going to use this. Wow, this is kind of okay. Now let's look at everything is more defined here. Okay, this is a low created before break, so we can actually be looking at this particular place if market comes to it, but I doubt if market will come to that particular place because this is the last recent fair value gap we have. So we should be expecting market to clear this low, at least come to this particular place before we start seeing more bullish continuation. So on Bitcoin on BTC, what am I expecting? I'm expecting the market to come to this particular place. This is where I'll be looking for what? Buy continuation. Please remember, trading is reactive and not predictive. Always wait for change of trend before you start doing any other thing. So this is what I'm expecting. And when you look at this right now, you will see that this high also is already taken out, giving us more confluence for more bearish what? Continuation. So on BTC USD, this is what I'm expecting. So just wait. Remember, trading is reactive and not predictive. So these are my buyers on EuroUSD, right? Remember, wait for change of trend. This is my first entry. Sorry, let's go to 1 hour. This is my first entry, and this is my second on GBPUSD. The same thing. Always wait for change of trend at each zone. And I'm on USDJPY. This is my view, my point of interest. And on BTC USD, this is what I'm expecting for more bullish continuation. Then on gold, we are not going to be talking about anything on gold, right? We are not going to be talking about anything on gold, but on Wednesday, I will explain to us and give us bias on gold because gold has been behaving very, very funny lately. So I'm not going to be saying anything on it. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. If you have not subscribed, try and subscribe because it motivates us a lot. And if you have not um um if you are still trying to find out more about market structure, please think in my next video I'll be giving more information about that. So remember to like, share, comment, and also turn on the notification button so that whenever we upload any video, you'll be the first to get it. Have a wonderful trading week ahead.